What does it cost to own a building? What does it cost to own a church building? It's a different scenario of what does it cost to build a church building versus what does it cost to own a church building. We can pretty much at a snapshot determine what does it cost us to build a church building based on construction cost, how many square feet do I have, how nice am I going to make it. Those are all elements of the cost of building and developing a facility. The cost of owning a building is a totally different scenario. You've got operations cost, and operations costs take into account your utilities, your general maintenance, and your custodial work. All of that encompasses your operations cost. Another component of your long-term cost is your life cycle expectancy. How much money do you need to plan for those future inevitable expenses? It may also include the cost of money, what a banker would call interest. If you built a new building and you had a mortgage payment and you had to pay interest on that mortgage, that is the cost of owning that building. Well, we did an analysis for a magazine several years ago, and we looked at what would it cost to own a building, a church building. We made some assumptions, but we looked at a 40-year span. 40 years is about the normal benchmarking that commercial agencies are using when evaluating the cost of owning a building. What we found is the cost of owning a building just in operational cost and in the cost of capital reserves will range between 71 and 85% of the total cost of building a building. So let's say that you spent X amount of dollars to build a building. You're going to spend 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 times that over the first 40 years of that building's life. So if you take your operations cost for 40 years and you take the cost of building the building initially, add them together, your cost of operations are going to be 71 to 85% of that. So I ask the question, does it cost more to build a building or to own a building? And hands down, it costs more to own a building. And too often we get all excited about the shiny new thing, the new chairs, the new pews, the new fellowship hall, the new worship center, whatever it happens to be. We get all excited about that. But we forget that for the next 40, 50, 100 years, we now have to maintain that. And what's that going to cost? So we encourage you to take a close look at what is it really costing you to own your building and then plan accordingly.